As college students, there are so many unanswered questions, and one of it is it possible for me to balance my college life and my relationship with God? And the both of them can be so overwhelming that it feels like you cannot be effective in both of them at the same time. Well, the truth is that I'm not a pro at this, but I have a little bit of something to tell you. As a student in college, everything is overwhelming for me. It feels like I'm doing too much and it feels like I'm not even doing anything at the same time. I have struggled with this feeling, and I came with this conclusion: live your life with God. I know this is not a new thing and you've heard it a lot of times, but girl, you need to live your life with God. And if you're a boy, you're not excluded. One thing I've come to understand is that it is easy to say that God lives in me and that Jesus lives in me and lives through me, but it is hard to actually live as one that Christ lives through. And before you judge me, hear me out. The reason for my conclusion is that as humans, we like being in control. I mean, who likes being the houseboy when I can be the yoga? Exactly my point. We don't like being submissive. We don't like being under control or any authority. We just want to be our own boss. But the thing is, we need to be under an authority. We need to be one with somebody. We need to be complete with the power that completes us, and that power that completes us is God. The Bible in Galatians 2:20 says, "It's no longer I that lives, but Christ that lives through me." But in real sense, Christ is in us, but He's not living through us. And if you're wondering why, the simple answer is you do not let Him speak. As believers, one thing we tend to do is trying to figure things out on our own. We want to do things with our strength and our mind, but Jesus has said, "Come unto me, all ye that are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." I know this is going to be hard, mostly in this our culture that requires us to work for everything, but Christ has called us to rest, and that is why He lives in you, so that He can live through you, to ensure that you have a restful moment here on earth. I know the question on your mind now is, how does this relate to me balancing my college life and my relationship with God? And how do I even allow God take control over my life? Well, this is the answer. Involving God in your everyday life or life in college is not seeing God as one of your to-do lists for the day, but seeing God as somebody you're living life with. And this could play out as simply asking God, what do I eat today? What do I wear today? And I know this might sound cliche or unrealistic, but that is it. The Bible says in 1 Corinthians that whether you eat or drink, whatever you do, do it to glorify God. And that has already told us that the littlest of things, we must glorify God in it. And how do we even glorify God in it? We need to ask Him. And that brings us to another point: pray without ceasing. I want to ask this question: have you ever spoken to yourself and shouted at yourself so that you can hear you? I bet so. Your answer is no. Exactly how prayer should be. God lives inside of us, and the Bible has already told us that. And as believers, we believe so. So when we are praying to God, we really do not need to shout. And I know when the Bible said pray without ceasing, you're imagining, how do I walk everywhere shouting and praying in tongues? Well, the Bible was just simply saying talk to God every single thing you do, seek His counsel, and you don't need to shout. And this is because He lives inside of you. In conclusion, what I'm trying to say is that you do not need to try to balance God and college, but you need to live with God in college. It's no longer either God or college, but it is you and God going through college. And once you see it that way, you'll be able to live life through college and having a sweet and amazing relationship with God. If this video was very helpful to you, please comment what you learned, like, share, and subscribe. Let's grow this family together.